Hello, it's good to be back with all of you. We're going to talk about effective parenting skills for toddlers today. As we dive into the slides, let me explain to you why it's very important and crucial for us to have good parenting skills for our children. And to begin with, we start with parenting skills for toddlers below the age of 3 years. Now, let's ask ourselves, what is parenting development? Or what is the right parenting skill? We all consider ourselves as parents who can take care of our children, and we think we are the best parents. But let's ask ourselves, have we really adapted ourselves to the way the child would want to see us as his or her parent? Have we really taken care of all those emotional aspects into consideration while deciding to be parents? And a good definition is what is shown here. It refers to us evolving the skills that we have to be good parents is not taught in schools, it's not acquired from knowledge, but we evolve as the child grows. We really look at how the child develops and adapt ourselves to the child's needs, and we impart love, we impart care, we take care of the child's growth in order to enable the child to develop his or her character, the emotional development, the psychological development, and the physical development in a manner that would see the child thrive in the environment that the child is placed. Now, let's ask ourselves, are we having good parental skills? This is an introspection that we ought to have for life. As the child grows, so should we grow in our understanding about the child, and so should we grow in the closeness that the child desires from us. Now, to understand what parenting styles are, we need to go through this specific chart which defines the different kinds of parenting. We see here that there are four different kinds of parenting styles. One where the parent is not really considerate, and this kind of style parenting style can be classified as parents who are indifferent. They do not have any warmth, and they do not have any control over how the child grows. Yes, you might be surprised. There are many parents out there who follow this style of indifferent parenting. Such children result into socially withdrawn children. They do not have confidence to face the world. Their social skills are poor, and many end up with addictions to different worldly patterns. The second kind of parents are those who are permissive in nature. What do you mean by permissive? They have high warmth, but they spoil the child by giving them inadequate or over and above permissions to do anything. So, low control with high warmth results in the child being spoiled, the child probably being self centered, and such children develop into immature, spoiled children. Now, the third kind of parents are those who are very authoritative. My way, my will, and that is what is imposed on the child. Now, these kind of parents are those with low warmth and high control. These three styles which I spoke about are those parents who do not fit the definition of an ideal parent. The ideal parent is one who is defined as an authoritarian. What does that mean? The warmth levels are very high, yet the control levels are low, which enables a child to thrive in the environment that he or she is placed. Now, these are the parents who see their children develop into good citizens, who have very passive yet rigid nature. They are supposed to be the kind of individuals who are self reliant. They are supposed to have self control. They're flexible in their outlook towards life, and this is how the child grows. Now, what is your parenting style? Is what I would like to ask you. Let's examine ourselves. Let's introspect ourselves. If we are in any of these three quadrangles that I spoke about in the beginning, we are in the wrong. Let's adapt and change so that we and our children, the next generation, will thrive in the world in the foreseeable future. Now, before we move into the parenting styles, let's understand the phases of development of a child. There are four phases of the development of a child from an infant to a young adult. And these are the first stage being in the infant stage up to the age of 1. The second stage is the toddler and the preschool stage from the age of 1 to 3 before the child goes into school. Now, during these stages, we need to develop emotional attachment with the children. The child should understand that the caregiver, the mother, the father, takes care of the child's needs. And we need to develop these children with authoritative attitudes and styles so that the child realizes their responsibilities in this young age and enables adequate growth in accordance with what psychologists would prescribe, what we would really see them develop into. Now, this leads the child into the school age, which is the age 3.5 and beyond, or 4 and beyond, and the child looks forward to develop further characteristics based on the upbringing in the infant and toddler stage of the parenting, which leads the child into the adolescence age starting from 12 or 13, when the child matures into a teen. And at this stage, it is very important that we need to respect the child's independence by providing them enough autonomy with a lot of love and care. The child should treat us as their friend. We must consider them as their friend so that the child has enough freedom, but guidance is given at the right stage through which they develop into a very mature young adult. Now, to move into the 5 major parenting tips that we would like to share for little children, toddlers, which have grown into the age of 3. Now, number one is to enable responsive parenting by us adapting to how the child develops. Disciplines, telling them off, keeping them away from things that they like may not result in the right kind of approach towards the children. The child may develop distancing from the caregivers, and this should not be allowed. The second point is, in this age of digitization, many parents think music on the YouTube or cartoons really enable the child to develop themselves. But studies show that the child's brain development will be hindered if we allow screens to be given into the hands of the child. Their thinking ability might be stunted. And so, as parents, we must spend time speaking to them, reading out stories to them, singing to them so that these children develop their skills while bonding increases at the same time. We need to increase our focus on enabling the child to develop their curiosity towards many things, showing them different books where they look at the pictures and they wonder on many things. They start asking questions. We must encourage exploration and at the same time enable games related aspects to be developed in the child. And this is a very crucial stage of how we enable good parenting. As a child develops, we see many parents compare their child with other children. Comparison is a no, absolute no for the development of a child. Each child is unique, they develop differently, and we need to respect their pace at which they develop. And lastly, the environment that a home provides cannot replace the care of a nanny. It cannot replace the care of a grandparent. Yes, grandparents love their children, but many children get spoiled due to the excessive life given by the grandparents. Now we need to build a calm, loving, and safe environment for the child to realize that freedom comes with responsibility. And so these are the 5 major parenting tips for toddlers. Now, if any of us here think, oh, I'm not that ideal parent, how can I be a good parent? It is not in me to be a good parent. There is no perfect parent. We grow, we adapt as the child grows. We, as we do in our worldly environment, we learn many things. We grow as the world grows, and we take the good values that we are aligned to. And this is how good parenting is achieved. We balance our discipline, we balance our priorities, we take care of adequate support and freedom that is to be given to the children during their growing years. And we balance all these to enable that we are available for the child and for the family. What is our goal? Our goal is to raise loving, caring children who are independent, they realize their responsibilities, and they grow into happy children who grow into happy young adults, which is our one and only goal here. Thank you for listening. Until we come back to you with another video, stay with us. Thank you.